COVID has caused a lot of problems in our church, and it's caused a lot of problems for our members. I would like to propose that we discuss the position that the church has taken on the vaccines, specifically related to the statements of 2015 and 2021. Because of these positions that the church has taken, many people have suffered. I have a document that was signed by 25,000 Seventh-day Adventists in 138 countries, by 1,929 pastors, and by 4,164 medical professionals. And they are asking that we reconsider our stance on vaccination. And I would move that this be added to the agenda. I think it is extremely important for bringing our church together through this time. This has been a very divisive situation. It's been a situation where many people have lost their jobs, their livelihood. Some people have lost their homes. People have lost their custody battles. And a lot of it is due to the fact that they're not able to assert their sincerely religious held beliefs because of the position of the church. Now, I don't know what the right solution is, but I trust that this body can come to that solution. And I think it's very important that we have a discussion of this.
Thank you, Brother Jonathan. We really appreciate your concern. But really, the General Conference in session deals with items of constitution and bylaws, of items that concern our church manual or our fundamental beliefs, such items that are coming to this level. But the issue of vaccination, we know it is a very divisive issue, and actually the document that was proposed by the administration committee has given a full right for everyone to follow their own conscience. So there was no push in one or the other direction. And so we would really plead with you, because we have a shortened session, that we don't load our agenda with items that really don't belong there. So, but we really appreciate your concern.
Not what the statement has done. I've represented many people in religious liberty matters, and that statement has been very detrimental. And I would ask that you ask for a second. I would ask for a second.
So there is no second. Thank you very much for helping me, because
I know that there are people that are online in Canada that are wishing to make a second at this time.
Thank you very much, dear brother. We have heard you. We have not heard a second, and we will move on. Thank you.
I would like to make an appeal of this decision.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, we will, since there are no more objections, we will accept the agenda and move on.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Can you hear me? My name is Grace McIntosh, and there is a request for either in the session or online for a second to Jonathan Zirkle's motion, and I second.
Sorry, we have a motion on the floor that we are now discussing. We are discussing of accepting in the sisterhood of our churches a number of unions. So this is now the motion that is in front of us. Thank you very much.
It took a while to get to
All
the
right.
right place to
Are you
be able to
ready
give
to
the
accept
voice.
those unions? I see on Zoom 101, Tobacco Mission. Yes, please.
My issue concerns the same issue before. The internet challenges has caused the delay in responding to these issues, and I've seconded the motion as well. So it's a challenge. I'm not sure if you're going to go back to it so we can look at it, because we have a situation where we have been voting by common consensus, and an issue was raised regarding the agenda, and the agenda passed based on common consensus. But an issue was raised, which I think it's important that the church be the one to determine if it is a fundamental issue or a fundamental belief. I think it's important that the church decides that. So it has been raised, and I think there are many on the floor who would second it. And I would like the chair to be fair enough, because I feel as if I'm experiencing a coup attempt, and I don't like that feeling in my church. I think the church has a place for the voice of the laity, and the laity is expressing a position that needs to be listened to. The demands of the internet and all that, we understand, and we're trying to adapt around it. We're trying to adjust around it. I am not in
Sorry,
St. Louis.
dear brother, sorry, I have to stop you because we are discussing now. The motion on the table is to accept unions into the sisterhood of our fellowship. So this is the motion, and we are now speaking directly only to this motion. Sorry for that. There are a number of people who wish to speak to the issue of vaccination. I will ask you, please wait till we handle this issue, and then I will come back to you. Okay,
Thank you.
you have 2 minutes, please.
I understand that I'm unmuted. It is a hybrid session, and you did ask for a second. And I did text right away that I would like to second. I just didn't get to the right chat room in time. And I would like to second Jonathan Zirkle's motion. We've had great difficulty in Canada as well because of the way the statements have been worded, because of the way our law is being applied.
All right. Since this time we have quite a challenge to get immediately all the responses from the Zoom. We will provide you a chance and see if the body wishes to come back to this issue or not. Then we will accept your second as a second, and we will ask if we can. How is the internet right now? Can we have?
Mr. Chairman, we are working on that. I would like to remind everyone that it is working for the vast majority of delegates. We had over 1,000 votes, so we will continue to work on that. Because of the hybrid nature of this meeting, unless we are going to disenfranchise those online or have it even more cumbersome, we need to get this system working. So we're working on it technically, but it is working for large parts of the building, and hopefully it'll be working for our folks over here on the left.
All right, thank you very much. We will ask now Elder Wilson for a comment.
My dear delegates and friends on site and online, in reference to the issue that has been brought up by a delegate regarding vaccinations, since it has been seconded, it is fair enough for us to vote on that. But I want to strongly urge, and I have the consent and agreement of my fellow officer, Ayrton Kohler, my other fellow officer, Paul Douglas, that we stand united in asking this body not to put that issue on the agenda, for the reasons that have already been enunciated by our chair. First of all, it is not a constitution and bylaws item. Secondly, it is not a church manual item. Thirdly, it is not a fundamental belief item. Now, there may be individuals who will disagree with me and others, saying it is my fundamental right to be able to make a choice as to whether or not I wish to receive the vaccination, a vaccination, some vaccination, or not. And the General Conference has very much stood on the position that everyone should make their own decision. The General Conference has made a statement in regards to vaccinations, but the General Conference has not mandated that people take the vaccination. It has given people a choice. So rather than for us to become embroiled in something which is not an agenda item for a General Conference, it is an administrative item. It has been dealt with. Some people don't like the way it has been dealt with, and that is their right. But rather than for us to become embroiled in something that is not an item for a General Conference session discussion, we respectfully, kindly, and very much in a determined manner ask that you, the delegates, vote no on placing this item as an agenda item. Thank you. It is in your hands.